My name is Josh Cawthra, C-A-W-T-H-R-A. I'm an aviation accident investigator with the National Transportation Safety Board. Today, I can confirm that yesterday at about 6:30 p.m., a Cessna 172K model single-engine airplane was involved in an aircraft accident here at the Fresno Chandler Airport. There were confirmed 2 people on board. Both were fatally injured. The pilot was a rated private pilot for airplane single-engine land. The aircraft originally departed from the airport at an undetermined time, sometime late afternoon yesterday. Was en route towards Tehachapi when the airplane returned back to Fresno. The pilot was getting VFR flight following with the Fresno Air Traffic Control Center, and subsequently reported that he had the airport in sight about 10 miles south of the airport, and they terminated visual flight rules flight following, and the aircraft continued to approach the airport. The Chandler Airport here is an uncontrolled airport, does not have a tower, and witnesses overheard the airplane approach the airport. Initially approaching from the south, flew out to the west, proceeded to enter the airport traffic pattern for runway 30, and from radar data, preliminary view of the radar data shows the airplane entering the pattern, conducting a left-hand turn to base leg, and ultimately to final approach to the runway. However, continued flying down a southern, kind of a northwesterly direction, where the airplane did a 180-degree turn back towards the runway and continued to fly down the runway at the opposite direction. From there, the aircraft was observed by witnesses and by radar data to do another left 180-degree turn back towards the runway, and witness just off the approach end of the runway for runway 30 stated that he heard the airplane flying overhead and subsequently heard the sound of an impact with a tree. Witnesses along the route or along the length of the airport reported seeing the airplane fly at a fairly low altitude for the entire length of the runway before impacting terrain just off the departure end of runway 30. And I can confirm that following the accident, witnesses and wreckage signatures show that the aircraft was mostly consumed by a post-impact fire. So at this point, the NTSB has arrived. Myself, I'm the investigator in charge regarding the accident. I'm going to be assisted by representatives from the Federal Aviation Administration, Lycoming Engines, and Cessna Aircraft. From here, we are documenting all the perishable evidence on scene. Anything that we will lose evidence-wise when we move the wreckage, we're trying to get documented and finished up today, so we can have a recovery crew come in this afternoon, recover all the wreckage and debris, and take it back to a secure location up in Madera, California, so we can continue our examination further. At this point, I would like to extend my condolences to the families of both occupants of the aircraft. From the NTSB, it's definitely a tragic time. It's our number one mission right now is we're in a data collection mode where we're trying to collect all the factual evidence and all the factual information regarding the aircraft accident in hopes to ultimately determine what happened, why it happened, and how to hopefully prevent these types of accidents from never occurring again. Preliminary report regarding the aircraft accident will be available on www.ntsb.gov, our website, within 5 business days. Typical accident investigation can take anywhere from 6 months to a year. So 6 months to a year, a factual report will be published, and then following the factual report will usually be the probable cause of the accident, and that's about 6 to 8 weeks following the factual report. So at this point,
I missed your first 2 minutes. Can you say your name again?
Yeah, it's Josh Cawthra, C-A-W-T-H-R-A. And at this point, I'd like to open it up to any questions.
You said the pilot was rated? What do you mean by that?
He was a rated. He had a private or a FAA issued private pilot license. So it's common lingo that it's a rated private pilot.
So, and current up-to-date license?
Right, he at least had a license and a medical certificate, but I do not know about currency. We're still trying to locate his logbook.
Do you know how long what experience he had being a pilot?
Right now I do not. Once we locate the pilot's logbook, personal logbook, they record flight times and wherever they fly to on a per flight basis. Once we have that, we'll be able to figure out their history.
And what is this medical certificate he has?
A medical certificate, you undergo a federal aviation medical evaluation every X amount of years. Depends on how old you are and what style of medical, or what medical class you get, 1, 2, or 3. And you can get more information on medical certificates on FAA.gov.
Is this person?
Right now, I can tell you that we have evidence of the aircraft colliding with a tree. It was on the left wing, or the outboard portion of the left wing. As far as the amount of damage, I'm not going to disclose that at this point, but I can tell you he struck the tree, and actually we have portions of the left wing at the tree, or at the base of the tree.